We're going to talk to you quickly about fitting of your Chaos belt and bag to ensure that you don't end up with a loose bag or loose belt after deployment of the bag. It's a common mistake we see around with rescue users using belts, not just with the Chaos bag, but with pretty much any belt out there on the market, is if you don't get the order of fitting your belt and then your bag to your belt in the correct order, you will end up with loose webbing in the system once you've deployed your bag and got it out to throw it. So here's the running order on best ways of fitting that belt. Firstly, I've got my bag here. It's currently being stowed with these securing straps which tension the bag onto the belt, and I'm going to loosen those off first of all. And this is what we recommend as the best way of storing it. If you want to keep the bag inside the belt, then loosen these straps off, and that way you'll get a much better fit of the belt to your waist. It does have an up and a down. The WRS written in the correct order, that's the correct orientation. So make sure it's that way around. And the reason for that is it's slightly elliptical. It hangs lower at the bottom than it does in the top. Straps around our waist. And we have the luxury here, we have the clip buckle at the front. And then I can pull it tight. And that lives separately to the quick release, which makes our belt super safe, because it means even if you have got the belt attached to you and you've already deployed the bag, that you can still release the belt. And so it's a nice safe system, so that the loose belt, if it did get hooked on anything, it will release if you do get it caught on something through the release toggle. And you have a short managed tail on the end of that as well, which is good practice. The adjustable, then here what I can do is pull those adjusters so they're nice and tight, and then I can tuck away the straps and get those tidied away so they're not in the way. No fear here also in taking long lengths and tucking behind the belt. There's no danger there that I'm inhibiting the release action of the quick release if I'm tucking away my end of the straps, because this one is separate. Great. So I now have a good fitting belt. It fits all the way around. It's smooth against my body. There's no kinks or pulls. And at that point then, I can then pull the back straps. These straps at the side are lime-coloured straps. Pull them forwards to cinch the belt in close to my waist. Now what we'll see here is that we have now a well-fitted belt that doesn't move as I move. It's nice and close to me. But when I do come to release the bag from the belt, I don't end up with extra fabric in the system. So I go to release the belt, I take a hold of the buckle, I undo it, I pull the bag out, and the belt is still securely fitted around my waist. I can then use my bag for deployment. When I come to fit it again, then I can slide it back through into the belt holster and clip. We're secured again, ready for the next time. Great, we're going to run the same scenario now on fitting our belts, but this time we're going to leave the bag fitted onto the belt but tensioned. This is the same as maybe having your tension pull on your quick release on your normal belt, but here on the Chaos belt we quick release with these buckles. So I've pulled it tight on both sides, and then I'm going to fit the belt to my body. Okay, it feels fitted. Make sure everything is tensioned. So I've tensioned the belt, and we've got a secure fit. It feels fine for use. It feels like it's not going anywhere. It doesn't bounce. But this time we now are going to release from a pre-tensioned belt, and then I pull out my bag. We can immediately see that the belt has become loose. And that's because it pulled in a little loop of fabric when I had it pre-tensioned, and then that meant that the belt wasn't fitted around my body. So as soon as I've released the bag from the belt system, I create lots of slack. And that's not ideal at all. We've got an entrapment problem. It could end up around our waist and causing us problems for swimming or running. So to overview that, we need to ensure that we fit the belt securely all the way around the body, and that when the bag is placed in, that we then tension the bag once the belt has been fitted.